Hey fellow Vault Dwellers, it's Angry Turtle, and today I want to give you a showcase with all those new perk cards, new changes that are coming next month in June, next season update. What does it mean to build diversity, to the fun, to new ways of having fun in the game? For example, this dragon, I think it's the perfect example. So dragon weapon is like perfect example what you can do with the new weapons. Not weapons, with the new perks and those changes. You have a lot of fun with off-meta weapon, making it almost a meta weapon. For example, you can see on this build, it's completely different than what you are used to. Like, there is no onslaught. There is no onslaught under agility. Not at all. No onslaught. The new perks that I will show you, and I will be talking about them in practice. So, for example, scatter shot. It is a basic example how to use scatter shot. So let's go to action. I will show you how all of this stuff works and why is it so cool when we start doing some combat. So dragon, obviously it's not a silent weapon, but assuming enemies are far enough, I can use stealth a little bit. As long as they are far, I can shoot them and kill them. And that's the first example when new perks matter. Look at my dragon. So that's the first thing. Look at the range. Almost 300. It's supposed to be 200. How is it 300? That's a new perk. This perk is called Love the Spread. Weapon that fires 3 or more projectiles gain 30% range. Bonus range just for the fact that dragon is firing 4 projectiles. That's it. 4 projectiles, extra range. Nothing else to that. And they did come in here closer. So I can try to pop them off before my location will be revealed. My location is revealed. But this is okay. I'm not super squishy. So easy torso shots. Enough with this dragon to get the kills. Okay, now more. So let's shoot this scorge beast in the head. Look at this damage. And I'm actually not shooting yet. Look at that. Look at the limbs of this scorge beast. It's completely crippled with just one shot. So you can see everything is crippled, but I shoot once in the head, nothing else. And then follow-up shot. Look at the damage. I didn't use a critical. So 2 regular shots and scorge beast is dead. And you know how tanky scorge beasts are. And I killed her in 2 shots. First shot completely crippled. Second one did way more damage and absolutely annihilated this scorge beast. And look how many shots I can put up. And that's a dragon. And look at my reload. So I need like 4 seconds or 5 seconds to reload. That's unusual for the dragon, but that's again new perks. So what I used here. Let me go back to my perks. So how does it happen that I cripple entire scorge beast in one shot? That's scatter shot. The new scatter shot. 20% of the damage dealt to a limb is applied to all limbs on your target. And I have a lot of limb damage thanks to utilizing agility, Modern Renegade, 75% increase to limb damage, Enforcer, additional 75%, that's 150%. Then Dragon itself, innate effect, 50%, plus second star, 50%, that's total of plus 250% limb damage. That affects how fast I'm crippling the target. I will do a full guide for the limb damage and crippling. As I know you have questions, I do full guide for that as well later. But for now, you should know limb damage doesn't affect the overall damage you do to the target. It affects how fast you are crippling the target. So this dragon, 1 headshot to the scorge beast, all limbs instantly crippled, guaranteed. Guaranteed crippled to all limbs. So that's thanks to those perks. Now, what caused me to have such a huge damage on my second shot, even though I didn't even use critical? That's bullies. Updated bullies, the 4-star. Relatively easy to get, by the way, legendary effect. From 4 stars, one of the easier to obtain. 25% damage per crippled limb your target has. In case of the scorge beast, We have head, torso, so that's 2. Both wings, that's 4. Both legs, that's 6. I think there's no arms, so 6. 6 total. That's 150% bonus damage after the first shot when everything is crippled just from this effect. But this effect is not here alone. We do have easy target, 75% bonus damage to crippled target, so if any limb is crippled, and shotgun champ, 10% damage to crippled targets per projectile your weapon fires. Dragon fires 4, so that's 40% on top of everything, additional damage. And how am I reloading the weapon so fast? Number Cruncher is increasing damage as well, but how am I reloading so far? Oh, I almost forgot Tormentor. Additional 20% more damage per crippled limb your target has, so that's adding up with Bully's legendary effect. This is additional 120% damage on Scorge Beast when she's crippled. Look how beautifully it comes together on the weapon that can be so efficient with crippling. Then I can reload very fast. Normally Dragon is a problem with reload, but I stack Ground Pounder. I stack here Fast Fighter, so I'm adding more reload through the way of movement speed. So even more reload from the movement speed. So how much I have from the Fast Fighter? It costs a little as I use multiple cards, but Fast Fighter. Add to that Squad Maneuvers for 20%. Add to that Gun Runner for 20%. Speed Demon alone is giving 25. So I have 65% reload speed with all of that. On top of everything. 65% reload speed. White West Hands, that's unique for Ghoul, but that occasionally gives me the instantaneous reload, which is very good in this scenario. So completely off meta, completely different approach than what you are used to, and look how well it works. Okay, let's visit another fissure. Let's see if we can have a tankier target, maybe legendary one. We'll visit Behemoth too. I want to give you as much action as possible. As we all know, actions speak louder than words. So you can talk and theorize a lot, but when I show you how it comes together, then you know what it means. So there we go, shooting some of those Scourge. Like, I have so much damage with this dragon that torso shots are enough. Then I'm in danger, so I try to get back in caution. I cannot. Please let me. I have Escape Artist for this reason. Oh, there it is. That's always a little bit extra damage for the first shot. So crippled. Now critical. Almost. That's a legendary. That took me 3 shots to take down legendary Scorge Beast. Legendary Scorge Beast has twice as much health as regular one. So that makes a difference. And this increased range that I have on this dragon helps with VAT's accuracy quite a bit, as VAT's accuracy is heavily dependent on your weapon range. So if I want better VAT's accuracy, this extra range helps. And even though the dragon is relatively expensive in VATs, it's firing slow enough, so it's not a problem. And from this 28 AP cost, I have 56% bonus damage. I cannot complain. There are new numbers like on the bottom right under my AP bar. Those new numbers just reflect the updated adrenaline, so the kill streak. So I'm killing those Scorch, that's increasing my damage too, as I'm obtaining a kill streak. There, now without any kill streak, and as we'll visit Super Mutant Behemoth, so there will be no kill streak at all. That reset already. I will show you now the, I would say, naked damage. No kill streak stacking and no sneaking. No sneaking, no kill streak, nothing like that. I just go for a headshot without VAT's critical. So you will see the natural damage of the dragon on the level 100 glowing Behemoth. And we have some other vertebrates, but we're interested in this Behemoth. I'll wait for it to wake up. No sneaking, no criticals, just regular headshot. So look at that. First one. Cripple almost everything. The torso only survived. Second shot. Already much higher damage. 3 shots. Done. And the number you were able to see, 1k, that was the final number. you need to multiply it, as those damage numbers on screen overlap, as there are 4 projectiles. So my total damage was 4000 in this last final shot on the Super Mutant Behemoth. Very powerful weapon on bosses. Can do very well even on the Guardian, on the Raid Guardian. It cannot kill it in one go like Gatling Plasma. It's not as high of a DPS, but from my testing, I can get Guardian... I can take down like 60 to 70% of Guardian health with a Dragon alone, solo, in Gleaming Depths. That was my test result before the heatwave will kill me. So that's I would say, a lot. That's a lot. The reload is really respectable. The quad is of course mandatory if you want to use it for more than just singular shot. And there is more in this patch. There is more synergies. One of the examples, I don't know if I will be making dedicated video, but 2-shot missile launcher is eating well. Like, this is destroying enemies with this targeting computer, high AP cost. This is really fun. This is really fun. There's a lot of weapons that suddenly perform very well. But Dragon, in my opinion, the best example to showcase utilization of all those new perks, going completely off meta. No Furious, no Onslaught, but relying on perks normally not used, that cripple faster, that reload your weapon faster, and so on. So this is completely new. And can I hit the cargo bot? Here I do some damage. No VATS this time, 3 shots, I got it. So I'm the Dragon Sniper. In this point of view, it's actually a little bit easier. I think it's out of range. Yeah, they too far. There's like a maximum range in Fallout. If they too far, your projectiles will never hit them. And it's independent from weapon range. Like maximum range is a separate stat. I think it's around 600 or 800, something like that. If they farther away, you will never hit them. Whereas this other vertebrate... I'm shooting them so far away that they don't even recognize me as a target. Yeah, they still white. They didn't recognize me as a target. I'm just too far. So you can use it without VATS, absolutely. The accuracy is a little bit worse without VATS. It can be improved, like in the power armor. If I would like to use it without VATS, I can enter, I think this power armor is with stabilization, bracers, gimbal bracers, yes. So this one is with gimbal bracers, so if you fancy using the Dragon outside of VATS, of course sneaking will not be as much of an option if you run power armor, it will be harder. I mean, kind of possible as long as you don't move. It's kind of possible to run power armor sneak, but look at this accuracy now. Now you can actually accurately shoot. Showcasing on the tree, but you can see all the projectiles going in about the one spot. It's quite accurate, but it does require more work. Normally Dragon is not very accurate in this way, but here you can see like perfectly going when I want. That's everything I have for this video. I hope you enjoy. What you think about the next patch now that you see some examples how those new updated perks can be utilized. What do you think about it? Let me know. And as always, thank you a lot for watching and see you in the next one.